Just announced four-time Grammy winner Keith Urban is going on tour for his latest album, High, and he's crossing the country.
All right, but first, are you ready, Kara?
Oh.
Bucket list moment right here. We have Keith in the chair, in the house, joining us here in studio on TMS.
Keith,
hey, it's great to see you.
How are you right now? Are you okay?
I'm going to be all right. I'll be okay. I mean,
it's always like that.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Socks, Jeff. Come on, man.
For you, Keith.
I appreciate that.
Guitar socks today.
Thank
What
you.
else could they be, right?
Thank you.
All right, let's talk about this summer tour just announced right across Canada. How excited are you to be touring the country?
Very excited to be coming back, and got great history, a lot of memories here in Canada. So to have this particular album as the one we get to tour on is really fun.
How much do your Canadian fans mean to you?
Oh, the world. I mean, Canada is one of the first places outside of Australia where I felt like they get what I do, if that makes sense, you know, because my music is a fusion of things. It's a mix of a lot of things. And I played a lot in the States early on at certain places where I could tell the audiences were kind of like, yeah, what is, you know, I like this, what is this sort of thing? And I found when I came to Canada and played the very first time in a small club, the audience was like, I could just tell. I went, oh my God, they get this.
And that club,
they get this.
It was Jeff right there.
I was right there.
Right there.
Yeah. It's at Jeff's house.
Yeah.
He gets it.
Yeah. Well, you know, us Canadians, we know we got some style, we got some taste. We know what's going on.
Sure.
We know what's happening. Speaking of happening, we were lucky enough to be there Monday night. You played the legendary Horseshoe Tavern in Toronto.
Yeah.
Talk to us a bit about this show. Was this kind of like a bucket list thing for you?
It was so fun to get to. We've been doing a lot of these club shows this year, well, 23, 24, and into this year. We were supposed to play here up in September. But we had to reschedule, so I was glad we got to come and do it. The only caveat to that, well, the challenge with that was that my band changed in between then and now, and I actually haven't found new players yet, so we sort of had a skeletal band assembled to do the show on Monday night.
I can only imagine people getting the call. Keith Urban needs some people to help him. That is something else.
Yeah, we had a fill-in drummer that had never played drums with us before, and we just for the one show, and no bass player, so the keyboard player played bass on the keys, and we just made it work. But the crowd was amazing, and that was like, the energy the crowd gave and the fact they sang every frickin' line of every song was incredible.
And is that what you experienced? Because, I mean, you've also been known to be that guy, that you guys showing up, doing the surprise performances. I mean, we saw you in Nashville's airport, right? We saw that one. Here it is here.
Oh, look at that.
And, and then we saw...
That's a good send-off for your trip, right?
And then, was it Buc-ee's?
We played Buc-ee's.
Lot?
Yeah, which is a big sort of gas station on steroids. That was surreal. We played a bunch of, you know, we played on Lower Broadway and out in the streets of Nashville when we released the album, and then of course we wanted to play the Horseshoe, so it's great.
Yeah. Talk to us about maybe the craziest venue you've ever played over the years, since we're talking about some of these shows. Is there one that, I guess, in your mind, does it spring to mind?
Early on in my career, my manager at the time did some questionable deal with some airline to get some free tickets, and he said, we just got to play a gig at the airport, this regional airport. And I was like, oh, that sounds okay, you know, fair enough, you know. So we get to this little regional airport. There's one baggage carousel. That's how small it is. And the airport manager says, welcome, we'll get you guys all set up. And I'm like, where do we play? And you know the little carpeted strip on top of where the carousel is?
Yeah.
That little piece of island carpet? That was our stage. Okay. I'm like, okay, so we set up on this tiny little strip of carpet, three-piece band, and I was like, when do we start? And he's like, anytime you like. And I'm like, there's nobody here. He goes, oh, they'll show up, you know. So, okay, it's just like noon. So we start playing, and I was like, sure enough, you know, a couple of people came, then a few more people came, then a few more people came. I'm like, it is like the happening crowd, and then out of nowhere, and all the bags start coming around. was no audience.
Just in the middle of a song.
Oh, my. Did you guys pause? Did you stop?
I jumped on the baggage carousel and went for a ride with my guitar because I always wanted to know, where does it go?
Right?
Oh my gosh! And that was for your flights, for your tickets.
Yeah. Made for a good story at least, anyway.
Gosh, it always does. We had who did we have? Madeline Merlot.
Madame Merlot here, yes.
On the show recently, and I mean, Keith, anytime someone stops by here, your name is always being dropped because you are, I came, I'm like, oh my God, Keith Urban, everyone, it's like Kevin Bacon. Everyone has a connection to you because I think you are, it just sounds like you are so generous with your time and your talent. Madeline came on the show and she had a story about how she asked if you could do a guitar solo for her.
Yeah, I think you shared this video with us that we have.
It's a great song.
And she never expected you ever to say
Oh,
yes.
there's footage of that. Oh, that's too funny.
And she was just blown away.
Yeah. Oh, it's a great song. Zach Crowell, who produced the record, or certainly that track, called me and he goes, hey, I'm working with this girl, Madeline, and there's a song we just did that I think you'd be great playing a solo. And I said, can you just send me the song? Because if it's not something that suits what I do, then I can't do it. But if I love the song and it seems to be organic, then yeah, it worked out. Yeah. She's great, by the way.
This is something you've done time and time again, is kind of pay it forward. I think, I mean, you're really supportive of the artistic community and
I
your fellow country artists.
I've always had a collaborative spirit. I like collaborating with people. I like creating something. You know, I mean, I think it's being a guitar player. I'm used to being in a band, and you, by sort of nature, you're collaborative. You've got to play with other people, and I play well with other people. My report card said plays well with other people.
Plays well with others.
It also said works best when watched over. So apparently, I was not very good at my schoolwork unless someone was watching, so I guess I was going to be an entertainer.
But did anyone also, you showing your generosity to other artists, did someone show their generosity to you?
Oh, many people. Yeah, many people. I mean, including Kix Brooks. When I got to Nashville, he's one of the first people from Brooks and Dunn who came and saw our little band play at this hole in the wall and dug the band and asked us to come out and open a bunch of shows for them. We didn't have anything going on. We were zipping around in a tiny little van.
On a luggage.
Schlepping our gear, playing at luggage carousels.
Yeah.
Kix was one of the first people to really, you know, step up.
Yeah, awesome. And Keith, we thought before you trek right across our great land once again, we thought maybe brush up on your Canadiana a little bit.
Okay. But you know, it's a must. We have to. We have to. You're going across tour.
Do I get to call a friend? Or
I mean, we've got some friends. If you need it, you can around.
Yeah. Okay, we're calling this, here it is right here, it's Keith's Canuck Challenge.
Okay. All right. So the Canuck Challenge. Here we go.
This might be a Canuckle head. Here we go.
As you can see, we've spared no expense. A fine opening there. And question one, Keith. When you head to Vancouver this September, you might find yourself getting a double-double. So when Canadians ask for a double-double, are they asking for a burger with double patties and a double bun?
Right.
Is it when you get 2 goals, 2 penalties in a hockey game? Yeah. Or is it double cream, double sugar in a coffee?
Oh, it's the coffee.
Oh. Those are iconic fictional characters, by the way. Bob and Doug McKenzie.
Oh,
wow. That's a sign you got it right. Oh my gosh.
Yes.
Holy moly. Yeah. He knows Canada.
All right. To hear the wrong sound too here in a minute.
I can't wait to hear what that sound is.
Yeah.
Okay. You'll be visiting 2 cities in Saskatchewan, but we want to know which one of these is an actual Canadian city in Saskatchewan. Is it
that's awesome.
Moose Jaw?
Yeah.
Moose Knuckle?
Yeah.
Or Moose Dropping?
I may be wrong, of course, but I'd go with Moose Knuckle.
That's the Canadian tugboat.
That's
the wrong answer.
I really wish we had a city named Moose Knuckle.
Is it Moose Jaw?
Yeah. It is Moose Jaw.
Right.
It is Moose Jaw.
I really hoped it was Moose Dropping, because that would be great.
that would be a place I'd like to visit too.
I think
Actually,
we need to add Moose Knuckle and Moose Dropping, I think, to the map. So, okay, you are also headed to Ottawa, the nation's capital. So you got to know what a beaver tail refers to.
Yeah.
Okay. So is it A, a deep fried pastry?
Right.
B, a mullet? Or C, a Canadian $5 bill? What is a beaver tail, Keith?
I'd go with the first one.
There you go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've had those when I've been skiing up at a place called Silver Star, just over in BC way.
Yeah,
Oh,
nice.
They have beaver tails out west too.
Yeah.
All right. Well, there you go.
They're
The more
everywhere.
you know.
Yes.
The more you know. This is what you need to know. Tickets for Keith's High and Alive tour that hits Canada this June go on sale tomorrow.
Even if you're from Moose Jaw.
Yeah. Or Moose
Or Moose
Knuckle.
Which, if Keith says it's a city in Canada, it now is.
All right.
So great having you
Thank
here.
you, Carolyn. Appreciate
Awesome.
it. Jeff, thank you
Keith,
very
a
much.
moment.
Man.
Thank you
brother.
so much for coming by.
Pleasure.
Appreciate it, my friend. All right.